As usual, Mcfarlane always makes great FNaF figures. As you can see, they're always super detailed, they look great. And oh my god, what is that? So, as I would say this is by far one of the best Mcfarlane sets we've gotten for 5 Nights at Freddy's so far. As you can see, just looking around, great detail. It looks so good. But first, I want to go over the figures real fast. So, just like all the other big Mcfarlane sets that we've gotten in the past, this set comes with multiple figures. As you can see, we get Ballora, Biddy Bab, and Jumpscare Funtime Foxy. Now, one thing that I would say is very good about these figures is that finally we're actually completing the sister location roster. There's only a few characters they still need to make, and those characters include Bonnet, and I guess Mini Arena. I think those are the only ones, so I guess Electrobab if you count that, but I don't really count it. So yeah, guys, looking at these figures, as you can see, there's a lot of great detail put in. Jumpscare Funtime Foxy looks really freaky. She's kind of goofy looking, though. Like, look at that face and that snout, just super goofy. One thing interesting to note is that the faceplates can indeed come off. So if you just pull on the back, you can get these out. So yeah. And they go into that little triangle square thing, or not square, triangle. You know what I'm saying. They go into that triangle because, like, each half of the faceplates has this triangle, and they go into the diamond there. So, yeah, guys. As you can see, we'll go on to Biddy Bab next. Biddy Bab is sadly only one piece, so he cannot move, or she cannot move. There's no posability, and she only connects with one little hole in the feet. So, but she stands very nicely, and she looks good as a figure. I'd say one of the most detailed pieces of Biddy Bab merch we have, even though it's like the only piece of Biddy Bab merch. Next, we've got Ballora. Ballora is the main one of the set. Ballora looks great, actually. Something strange to note is that her body separates into 3 different pieces. So you've got the head, you've got the chest, and then you've got the waist with the tutu, and then the leg piece actually comes off separately. So it's very interesting to see how they did that. And obviously they had to make her taller. The arms are much longer, and the legs are also very long, as you can see. These are actually one piece, the legs from the knee down. So that's one piece, strangely. Also, something interesting is the back of the feet are clear because she has to look like she's on her toes because she's a ballerina. So that's very cool how they did that. And she balances, if you set her up properly, unlike I just did, she balances very, you know what, she doesn't balance, I lied. Okay, so if you were wondering, this set is the biggest set of Wave 4. It costs $30 approximately. So it's not very expensive. It's pretty good for what you get. I'd say it's totally worth it. So as you can see here, there's a lot of detail. It doesn't look good from the sides because there's just nothing there. You've got the vents, and I think you can fit a normal animatronic in there. Oh, I guess Biddy Bab's head is too big. You can probably fit Ballora. Nope, you can't. So I guess if you want to put them through the vents, they won't fit, but you know, I guess they just look cool. You've got all the little dudes on the desk. You've got all 3 of the heads. You've got the baby clock in the back. You've even got this little freaking dude. And then you've got the Ennard mask on the top. Something interesting to note is that the Ennard mask is actually much smaller than actual Ennard is, in case you were wondering. Something to note as well is that the tile only has 1 spot for characters to stand, even though we get 3 characters in the set. So the box and the instructions say to put Biddy Bab there, so I'll just put her there just so you can see what it looks like. And she's kind of the right size. It works, I think. I think it would be too tall to have Ballora standing in there because she's never actually in there in the game. If you look in the top, you've got the camera. You've got the Funtime Foxy poster on the wall. If I move the camera up here, you can see there's more lights and just random accessories. It looks really good. This is one of the first Mcfarlane sets to actually have an almost complete roof. Because I think the only other one that had a full roof was the backstage. And the backstage didn't even have a full roof. It just had a little slab of, like, scrap roof on there. Something cool to note is that there is the fan in the back. The instructions say to put the fan in the back, and I wondered why at first, but if you think about it, you can't actually see the fan in the game. You can just see the outline of it. So that looks really cool. So yeah, not too much more to say. The colors are great. You get a lot of pieces in this set. And you get a lot of characters and accessories. It looks great. The windows, one thing I don't like about the windows is that there is a little gap here you can put your finger through, because the windows are plasticky again. It was a little bit of a pain to build, but honestly, it wasn't that hard. So, yeah, let's set up all the characters here, and I'll just keep rambling while we do that. We got all 3 characters. If I were to say if this set is worth it or not, as I've already said in this video, this set is 100% worth the $30. Even if it looks small, I'd say this is one of the best Mcfarlane sets we've got. In the back here, I'm going to move the box. I have some of my favorite sets that we've gotten so far, and I'll put it next to them. So as you can see, we've got Control Module there, Belorafel. We've got, not Backstage, we've got the Private Room from Sister Location. We've got Parts and Service, which is one of my favorite, all-time favorites. And then we've got the Scooper, and the Scooper is just a great set in general. Like, just the actual playability with that is awesome. So yeah, I would totally 100% recommend buying this set if you see it. If you have money, ask your mom and dad, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Totally buy this set. Great set, great value, great characters. And I do not have much to say besides, I'll see you guys in the next video. Meme!